When did that one family member rain on their own parade? A few weeks ago, my daughter came home from dress shopping and went straight to her room, then locked the door. I heard scissors and her cutting stuff up, and when she came out, she started putting all of her favorite outfit accessories into black bin bags. She even cut up and threw away the friendship scrapbook she made of her and her cousin. It took me about an hour of gentle coaxing to get it out of her what happened. You see, my daughter is autistic, and she is meant to be the flower girl for her cousin Jane's wedding. She struggles to make friends, so getting to be part of something made her feel so special. But then she went dress shopping today, and all of that came crashing down. As soon as they started trying dresses on, Jane started commenting on them. My daughter would pick out dresses she thought she looked nice in, and Jane would point out how they make her look ugly, and like a S-lot who's asking for it. My daughter tried on a total of 26 different dresses across 8 stores, and none of them were acceptable for Jane's wedding standard. It was almost as if Jane wanted my daughter to go home without a dress, but then my daughter finally found something. It was this beautiful blue dress that looked like one of mine. She tried it on and loved it, but of course Jane inevitably told her she looked disgusting in it. Well, my daughter wasn't having it. She told Jane she was buying it anyway, and Jane did not like that. Her face contorted with rage. She grabbed my daughter's shoulder and told her the truth. She didn't want an R word like my daughter at my wedding. She told my daughter that she was ugly, her autism is why she had no friends. She said that being forced to act like their friends for the last 3 months has been insufferable. She flat out said my daughter should go die. My daughter started crying, and that's when Jane began mocking her, sarcastically saying, of course the autistic girl can't handle the truth. She even went as far as repeatedly poking my daughter deliberately to overstimulate her. A group of 13 or so year olds nearby actually saw this, and when Jane started mocking my daughter to them, they started laughing at her. She felt humiliated. Jane left her there in the store by herself in the middle of the breakdown, with her last sentence before leaving being about my daughter being uninvited from the wedding. I was shaking with rage. I spent about an hour calming my daughter down and making her favorite food, then drove straight to Jane's house without warning. I practiced my going off speech for the entire car ride there. When I knocked on the door, her fiancé answered. I told him we needed to talk about what happened at dress shopping. He asked me what I meant, and that's when Jane immediately stormed downstairs. Nothing happened, you can go now, she yelled out, but I didn't go. You made Chelsea cry? I yelled back. Her fiancé's face changed completely. Him and Chelsea were like besties. How did you make her cry? He asked Jane. That's when Jane started stammering. I was just making jokes and you were telling her to go die, I interrupted. Her fiancé looked at her in horror. He asked me to tell him what happened, and the more I recounted everything Jane did, the more shocked he looked. Jane actually tried to slip away at one point, but he told her to stay right there. If she was coward enough to do that to a 14-year-old girl, she was coward enough to stay while getting ripped a new one. By the very end of everything, Jane wasn't even arguing, just looking at us both crying, almost begging us to just let this go. I'll invite Chelsea back. Please just don't tell anyone. The fiancé and I just kept looking at each other, and he spoke up first. He told her there was no need to invite Chelsea back, because the wedding was off. She literally went pale when he said that. This grown-ass woman, who was so tough bullying an autistic teenage girl just 2 hours ago, was now literally on her knees sobbing about a second chance. However, her fiancé refused. He told her, while she was on the floor, that she disgusts him, that he's ashamed of himself for it taking him so long to see what an awful person Jane really was. He told her she has one day to pack all her things and get out. He then left her on the floor and went out into the hallway signaling for me to come with him. He told me there he was extremely sorry for what happened. One of his best friend has autism, and knowing this was what is now ex, he said it loud enough for her to hear. Fiancé was capable of made him sick. He told me he'd be more than happy to take Chelsea dress shopping one of the days and let her pick out the blue dress she loved. She'll get to wear it eventually. I hugged him deeply and thanked him, then got in my car and drove home. Sure enough, the announcement about the wedding being off came in before I even got home. Jane ended up so ridiculed by our entire family she had to move away. And yes, Jeffrey did take my Chelsea dress shopping a few weeks later. It was the last time I ever saw him, but wherever he is, I hope he's doing well now.